someone in my shoes when I said this will never work, to be standing here now a few years later and saying we're dealing with one pig, not 400. You know, we're able to plant corn without the concern of pigs. Like, it's not even in the back of my mind.
In Missouri, we have a very strong partnership. We call it the Missouri Feral Hog Elimination Partnership, and it involves governmental and non-governmental organizations and agencies with the goal of total elimination of feral hogs from our state. We have reduced the amount of acreage occupied by feral hogs in the state of Missouri by 80% in the last 8.5 years. There were about 11.2 million acres occupied by feral hogs in 2016, and as of the end of June of this year, it was down something like 2.9 million acres, something like that. It's a 80.4% decrease in the area occupied.
Probably 2012, 2013 was kind of the biggest push and influx in feral pigs. And then it just got to the peak in 2017, 2018, where it was just, you go out and plant a cornfield and you'd come back the next morning and it looked like you took a tillage tool right down the rows and those pigs would root up the corn seed and they would eat it. And then, you know, as time went on and the crop matured, they would basically make their home in the corn, and just the soybeans they would actually graze on. They'd just get in there and just eat the green leaves, and then in where we're standing right now would look like cattle had been in here. There'd be mud rubs on all the trees, but I mean, it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, a year, you talk about a cornfield that should be averaging 180 bushels to 200 bushels on underneath the irrigation pivot, and you're pulling off 30. I mean, it's a significant number, you know. Now we're this is the first year we planted corn in maybe 6 years, something like that. And so we're able to plant corn again. We're chopping it for silage to feed the cattle, but now we actually have that opportunity to kind of step back into having corn.
So we have staff that are out putting corn out, and then they'll leave it for 2 weeks, and if the hogs don't find it within that 2 weeks, then we know there's no hogs within this much area around that corn, and so we can move on. Obviously we use trail cameras, we're definitely using drone technology, and then we get a helicopter here in the winter that we use to eliminate them. We shoot them from the helicopter. The drone will get a GPS coordinate, send that coordinate to the helicopter pilot. The helicopter goes over and they remove those hogs. And so it's a very efficient operation.
You know, there's holdouts. Some landowners don't want people trapping. They don't want the government on them, that kind of thing. And you're always going to have those pockets of pigs until they agree, like, oh yeah, we're going to come in here and remove them and work with them. Instead, a lot of the naysayers that were naysayers when this started, I was one of those, but a lot of them have stuck to that, and they post a picture shooting one hog. Oh, look at me. And so it's like, we could go in there and like remove all of them, or they can just keep shooting ones and twos, and can't argue with the results. I get asked a lot. I go to the Capitol quite a bit with cattlemen's, and you know, a lot of the people that were on the ag committee came to our farm down here to look at the damage whenever I was being very loud and saying this is not working. Once we saw the results, like I tell them all the time, like I was wrong on that 100%. We had a good trapper who was dedicated, cared about the landowners, he cared about our losses.
We ask that landowners or anybody who sees a feral hog contacts us, and we'll send staff to assist for free, and we do not promote hunting of them. Feral hogs are extremely prolific breeders. Female will breed for the first time when she's 6 months of age. She'll have average of 2 litters per year, with an average of about 6 piglets per litter. So you can see how fast the population can grow.
I think you've got to move in this direction. You know, it shouldn't be for sport, it shouldn't be for fun. These things are destroying people's livelihoods. In our part of the world, it's night and day. You can't argue. 400 to 1 boar hog we're chasing, you know, and so, and he shows up once a month or once every couple of weeks. So I'd say reach out to him. Personalities clash, right? And there's a lot of strong feelings and emotion. Landowners losing money, you're not trapping pit, you know, and so I get that. Like, I wasn't always thrilled the whole time, like, and I definitely gave our trappers grief, you know, but they did a great job, you know, and so moving forward, I think just getting folks signed on, get on board. They're not there to collect data, they're not there to, you know, spy on you, they're there to remove feral pigs, that's it.